I'd like to introduce County Executive Chuck Banks to share the state of the county. County Executive.
Thank you, Dr. Ziegler. Thank you all for coming. It is a great pleasure to bring the State of the County address to Northwest High School, one of the 5 largest schools in the state of Missouri, home of the Lions, and one of the members of the family of Jefferson County schools that are supported by their communities and set the standard for schools throughout the state. Our schools from K to college are a key component to the success of Jefferson County. I see that Dr. Watts is here, president of Jefferson College. Congratulations, Dr. Watts. I heard that last night the Lady Vikings beat the Mac Cardinals, Lady Cardinals. They're now 22-0 and ranked #1, not in the state, but in the nation. Once again, Jefferson College is leading the way. Also want to thank the students and staff of Northwest High School for an outstanding job. Let's give them a big round of applause. Let's not forget Troop 894 for the great posting of the colors, and Reverend Kensel for his great invocation. Thank you. I want to take a moment to introduce my family that's with me here today, my wife Mary Ann, my daughter Barbie, and my son Carl. Please bear with me because we have a lot of folks that make this possible. We have the Board of Directors of Jefferson County Growth and Development are here today. It's their commitment to Jefferson County and to Sarah Davis, the Executive Director, that make this happen, that support businesses throughout Jefferson County. Also want to thank Matt West with KJEF Radio, the Talk of Jefferson County, for carrying us live on 1400 AM, JCTV, your Jefferson College television station, for taping and running this on Channel 21 on your charter cable network, and Meredith McCarthy from the Jefferson County Library, who is blogging live on Open for Business JCL Blogspot, which you can easily access by going to the jeffersoncountylibrary.org site and clicking on the prominent link. These events are not possible without sponsors, and this event has many sponsors. We want to thank them and recognize them this morning. We have Chapel Hill Mortuary, who has done so much for this. They went way beyond. Ms. May, Brian, thank you so much for all that you've done for growth and development and for this event. Home Service Oil, Ameren UE, Fireworks City, Govero Land Service, Marty's Bistro, my favorite place to eat, Hale Vending, Wholesome Cement, the plumbers and pipe fitters of Local 562, Jan's Flowers for the flowers, and Dobbs Tire Service for all that they've done for Jefferson County growth and development. These sponsors make up a big part of what supports Jefferson County growth and development. We're also going to recognize now some of the elected officials that are with us here today that have taken time. These are your elected team. From Congressman Carnahan's office, Jim McHugh is here. Jim? I didn't see Pat and Ed. Did they show up? Well, I want to recognize Pat and Ed. They're my partners, Pat Lamping and Ed Kemp, who are both county executives. Let's give them a hand. State Senator Ryan McKenna. State Representative Michael Frame, representing this area. Michael? State Representative Sam Como, former school board member. State Representative Belinda Harris. State Representative Jeff Rorda. Your Jefferson County team of elected officials. Prosecuting Attorney Forrest Wegge. County Collector Beth Mann. Public Administrator Bruce King. Your Assessor Randy Holman. County Auditor Dorothy Stafford. Judge Nathan Stewart. Judge Daryl Missy. Judge Troy Cardona. And the Honorable Mayor Rowland, City of Hillsborough. And now here's your Jefferson County staff. Your Emergency Management Coordinator, Ms. Susan Green. Director of Land Use and Development, Martin Toma. Director of Parks Recreation, Mr. Mike Ginger. County Councilor, Dennis Kem. Your Municipal Prosecutor, Dan James. And your Economic Development Director, Sam Rawls. For the past 2 years, it has been my pleasure to serve as presiding commissioner. In the past, I've reported on the goals and achievements. This year, as county executive, I will do the same. I will tell of our challenges and how we plan to meet them. 2008 was a year of destruction. Record-breaking rain caused flooding that displaced many families along the Big and Merrimack Rivers. Not just once, but twice, we were part of a disaster declaration by the President. Our parks were closed most of the year, and some are still not open. Soaring gas prices robbed our citizens of spendable income, and retailers paid the price as dollars went into gas tanks instead of cash registers. The slowing economy, the high transportation costs, scared home buyers, causing the market to decrease the sale of new homes. Falling sales coupled with the financial crisis caused the demise of many good builders. Home foreclosures rose as housing values stopped their rise. The old administration in Washington was crumbling, and it seemed as if everywhere we looked, things were crashing. It all came to a climax on November 4th, when government as we knew it came to an end at every level. A new administration in Washington, a new administration in Jefferson City, and a completely new form of government for Jefferson County. It is a tradition to select one word that describes the state of the county, one word that sums up the mood of your county elected officials, and one word that gives us direction. This year, I believe the word that best describes Jefferson County is renaissance. We are in a state of rebirth, rebuilding, and renewal. Rebirth of our government, rebuilding our legislative process, and renewal of our regulations. Rebuilding our parks and public facilities, opening a new jail and juvenile treatment center, cooperating with the new administrations at the state and federal levels to put Jefferson County back to work. At a time when we are faced with uncertainty, I believe it is best to face the facts, lay out our options, and select a course that will lead us to prosperity. The 2009 budget is a balanced budget totaling $85.7 million. But the 2009 budget process was the worst I have ever been through in my 20 years of public service. All sources of revenue were down except court fines. Sales tax, fees, real estate taxes were all down in mid-December when the budget was passed. For the first time in memory, Jefferson County, faced with the stark reality of less revenue, in order to provide for a balanced budget, after all programs were cut to the bone and all options explored, were faced to eliminate 10 jobs. We lost good people, people who were performing their jobs as expected, faithfully reporting for work for years, and now we had no choice but to reduce staff. We chose to eliminate jobs that other workers could absorb the tasks so that no services were cut to the citizens. The eliminated jobs were mostly middle managers, higher paid, which gave us the most budgetary impact while affecting the fewest jobs. The fact that our staff had been in place for many years enabled us to rely on our workers without managers. This means that many workers are now doing more work for the same pay. No cost of living increases were given to our employees. We are asking for sacrifices from our employees, and not one of them has complained. Times are tough, and county government is short of money. But we are not asking for higher taxes or for higher fees. What I am asking is that every citizen of Jefferson County shows loyalty to their county. Helping your county provide services is really helping yourself. You can help by making a concerted effort to spend your money in your county. Just a simple change of habit will result in a better life for you and your family. Plan your next shopping trip to a new store in Jefferson County. New stores are opening every day in Arnold, along Highway 30, on main streets in Festus and DeSoto. The new Hobby Lobby in Arnold is the largest Hobby Lobby I've ever seen. The new Deerbergs in Arnold Commons is the most green and technologically advanced in the St. Louis region. Schnucks and Shop and Save in Festus have been remodeled, and the new Country Mart in DeSoto is the best in the Queens Fleet. By passing by the Bluffs or South County Shopping and visiting a Jeffco store, you can make a difference. You can prevent more layoffs and increase services and your family's safety and pay less taxes by shopping in Jefferson County. When you spend your dollars in St. Louis County, you pay for their services. When you spend your dollars in Jefferson County, you receive the services. As our sign says, it just makes sense. Thank you. The old county commission is no more. We adjourned the Jefferson County Commission on November 18, 2008. Our time, Ed Kemp, Pat Lamping, and mine, is now divided into two separate boards. By day, we are the Board of Executives, meeting as a tribunal every week as executives running the day-to-day operations of the county. By night, we are councilmen, meeting as the County Council of Jefferson County, meeting as legislators in the evening, twice a month, on the first Monday and third Thursday of every month at 7:30 p.m. The process, the new process, has slowed greatly from the old commission form of government, but the process is necessary to prepare the way for the next county council to be seated in 2011. It is our intention to have everything in place, rules, regulations, and procedures for the new council that will be elected in 2010. The passage of charter government has filled our plate with new work, as every order, every rule, every regulation ever passed by the county commission must be rewritten and repassed. New boards must be filled and rules promulgated. Though it seems like a monumental task, it must be done and it will be done. In order to accomplish this task, we have enlisted the services of Sullivan Publications, a well-known expert in the process of codification. By converting our old regulations and rules into a new Jefferson County Code, we can make the transition to charter form of government and add the new regulations from the new boards at the same time. The result will be an easily referenced code that will be updated and revised annually. We will meet the obligations of charter in a timely manner and orderly fashion with optimum benefits for the citizens of Jefferson County. Now I want to take a little bit of time to talk about these new boards. The Building Commission of Jefferson County has served the county well over the past many years. The recent retirement from the Building Commission of Cliff Lane of Lane Consolidated and the announced retirement of Danny Garner from Garner Corporation of High Ridge has dealt a blow to that commission. These two fine gentlemen have given their time and knowledge freely to the citizens of Jefferson County for many, many years. And I don't mean that they're old. They've just given a lot of time. They, along with Wayne Stanley, Don Bucksbaum, and Rick Lane, have marshaled the establishment of licensing of drain layers, plumbers, and electrical contractors. They have established the rules for continuing education of these trades. They have seen that the codes are updated and that citizens' complaints are taken seriously. Through their service and direction, Jefferson County is a safer place to live, build, and develop. Danny and Cliff are here today. Danny and Cliff, we thank you for your service. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. From the old Building Commission comes the new Code Commission. This new board comes from an expanded Building Commission, growing from 5 to 7 members with new responsibilities and powers. We are on schedule to have the Code Commission filled and in place by March of 2009. The new Code Commission will have the responsibility of enforcing all of our codes in Jefferson County. They will hear cases of violations themselves and formulate rules for enforcement by our municipal court. They will have the power to regulate and license all skilled trades and contractors. They represent a new way of regulating in Jefferson County. And it is my pledge to you that this commission and its rules will not be a source of bureaucratic delay for builders and contractors. We cannot afford to place obstacles in front of investment. Government should solve problems, not be the problem. Thank you. Our state motto is, "The welfare of the people is the supreme law." Public safety is our primary responsibility. Cooperation, communication, and preparation are the key to maximum response when tragedy strikes. That is the charge of our emergency responders. Beginning in March, representatives of all schools of emergency response will come together to form the Public Safety Commission. This commission of 10 members will work with the Director of Emergency Management and every emergency response district in the county. Their mission is to prepare a disaster plan for the county that will warn and respond to all forms of natural and human threats to the public. This commission will have the power to set standards for training and performance for emergency responders. We will fill this board with recommendations from all of the emergency response districts and cities. As with the Code Commission, I pledge that I will approve no rules that will hinder or delay or cause unfair expense to homeowners and businesses. Under the old form of government, elected officials in the county were co-employers. As a result, employees doing the same work with the same tenure have been paid different salaries. Under the charter, all employees are employed by the county council and will participate in a merit system. This means a loss of power for some of the elected officials, but will bring fairness and equity to county employment. The sheriff has had a merit system in place for many years, and it is our intent to have the merit system in place and every employee in the system by the end of the year. The 2000 election cycle saw an unprecedented turnout of voters. We saw more volunteers going door to door than ever before. And for the first time in history, we saw a presidential campaign that felt the need for a full-time staff in our county, validating our importance. We are fortunate to have state and federal elected officials looking out for our interest. Newly elected Governor Nixon remembers his roots. Senator Bond and Congressman Carnahan sit on the powerful transportation committees. Our state elected officials, representatives, were so effective in their performance that not one of them had an opponent in the last election cycle. They are anxious to look out for our interests as well. Senator Engler from the south part of the county is the floor leader in the Missouri Senate. Senator McKenna sits on the Transportation Committee. Representative Rorda is the minority whip in the House. Sam Como sits on Economic Development Committee. Representative Tim Meadows, and Joe Fallert are on the Transportation Committee. Representative Belinda Harris is a member of the powerful Appropriations and Budget Committees. And Mike Frame is a member of the Small Business and other committees. State Representative Casey serves on the Veterans Committee. They are all committed to seeing that Jefferson County is not passed over when opportunity comes. As the economy falters, the work of the economic developer increases. Last year, the Economic Development Corporation shifted into high gear. Under the direction of Sam Rawls and the Board of Directors, the EDC had a banner year. As the Certified Development Corporation of Jefferson County, we closed on more 504 small business loans than we had in the past 5 years, helping small businesses start and grow. We have helped businesses expand. We have recruited new businesses to the county. At a time when jobs are scarce and disappearing, we were able to create 75 new jobs. We closed on 90 homes through the First-Time Homebuyers Program. We've installed 64 individual wastewater systems through our septic tank replacement program, stopping pollution and creating $1.3 million in work. We helped 20 families rehabilitate their homes, saving energy and protecting communities from degradation. We have met all the ratios for HUD entitlement program, which will give us the opportunity for increased funding next year. So how does the future look? Here in Jefferson County, most of our workers still leave the county for work, but we are working hard to change that. This year, we will open one of the largest cement kilns in North America with the completion of Bucci Unichem. Next year, we will see the opening of an even larger kiln with the opening of Wholesome on our southern border. The coming federal investment in infrastructure should ensure years of production from these two plants, employing hundreds of Jefferson County workers as we rebuild America. We look for expansion in the brewing container industry as InBev AB looks to expand production and retire its debt. We hope to see completion of the new South Route out of Herculaneum, giving Doe Run safer access to the largest primary lead smelter in the United States. This new route will remove the lead ore concentrate from the residential areas, give industry quick access to I-55, and afford the opportunity for additional industrial processes and potential port development as well. It appears that after 20 years of vacant brownfields, something is going to happen in Crystal City at the old PPG site, where 2 rails, 2 major highways, an airport, and the Mississippi River offer incredible transportation opportunities. Whether it becomes a new state-of-the-art iron ore processor and possible steel mill production, or a destination for international sporting events, investors are seriously planning to develop projects that will mean new jobs for Jefferson County. Jefferson County Economic Development Corporation stands ready to help make this happen. If all the pieces fall into place, we could see a multimodal transportation hub located right here in Jefferson County. For this to happen, we must be united in support for these projects. Competition for the projects is stiff. If we want good jobs for our children, we must work together and show a united front. Now, let me be clear on this point. I'm not willing to sacrifice the health of our citizens. These projects must meet the highest standards of pollution control. The new green jobs that our president is talking about includes the new technology that will be required to reduce emissions from any new process that is built in Jefferson County. The factories we are building today are the cleanest in the industry. Bucci and Wholesome will produce cement cleaner per ton than any cement plants in the world. Dow Chemical Corporation has reduced its emissions by 95%, with more improvements in the works. Doe Run has made millions in pollution control investment, and it will make more as the new air standards come into force. It is a new era of industrial development. We must address climate change, but we do not have to destroy the American dream in doing so. We must build new, clean industry here with Jefferson County workers and provide for a future for our children. And we must continue to clean up the mistakes of the past. Contaminated soils from years of lead production in and around Jefferson County is now being remediated by EPA. Contamination from nuclear fuel rod production in hematite will be removed this year, and a plan to clean the groundwater will be developed. These cleanup efforts employ Jefferson County workers as well. But pollution is not limited to industry. The number of failing septic tanks in Jefferson County is slowly being reduced as our public sewer districts extend services. But the process is too slow. We have homes with old septic tanks where public sewers are available. Just because the sewage isn't running out on top of the ground doesn't mean the septic system is functioning. It only means the pollution is going into the groundwater. DNR estimates that billions of gallons of pollution is going into the groundwater every year in Jefferson County from individual sewer systems. Jefferson County will cooperate with public sewer districts to connect every house where sewers are available. The floods of 2008 took their toll in Jefferson County. Families were displaced and some lost everything. For these families, we will use the FEMA buyout program to offer them relief. At this time, the number stands at 34 homes. The process is slow, but it is the best process available, and it is completely voluntary. The floods also damaged all of our river access parks. Winter Park is still closed because it was hit twice, the last time in October. The cost for repairs is covered by the disaster declaration, but this too is a slow process. But we have the funding in place. We have a contractor contracted for the repairs of Winter Park, which should be completed by the end of the summer. The rest of our parks are in full operation. The Parks Department is one department that will not be affected by the change to charter government. All programs will be in full swing for the spring and summer, offer everything from turkey hunting to basketball. They are your parks. Use them and enjoy your beautiful county. Every thriving society must have a good transportation system. It is essential for the delivery of goods and services and for access to jobs and opportunity. In 2009, we will continue to invest in our county road system, paving, sealing, rebuilding our bridges and roads. We will replace or repair 13 bridges in Jefferson County, and we will continue to advocate for funding of our state and federal roads as well. Our priorities have not changed. Completing Highway 21 to DeSoto, rebuilding state roads MM and W on a new alignment along with safety improvements to the old roads, and improving Interstate 55 to the 67 junction at Festus. Those are our priorities. We also have projects that are on the shelf, ready for the stimulus money, if any comes. Here in the county and across our nation, we love our cars. They get us to work and play. And this is a great place to work and play, unless you can't drive. We have people who live in the county who do not own a car. Either they can't drive or they don't want to own a car. If you can't afford a cab, then you're out of luck. Well, that is about to change. Dennis Murphy, an old classmate of mine, has gone to work for Jefferson County Community Partnership with the goal of establishing Jefferson County's first public transportation system. When we first met about it, I could see that there was going to be no stopping him. And he has done an outstanding job, applying for grants, taking surveys, doing the required planning and paperwork, working the numbers, and building a case for public transportation in Jefferson County. And I am proud to say that he was successful, and our bus has been ordered, and our first bus route will begin in September. It will be a daily route, starting early in the morning in DeSoto, traveling north to Hillsborough, then east to the hospital and shopping in the Twin Cities, then north to Arnold. It will then retrace its route back to DeSoto. The bus will make 3 complete routes a day. Now, this is just the beginning. If there's support for the use of the system, we may get additional routes. But these grants are needs-based and require a large amount of paperwork in support of the expansion. So, if you believe that public transportation is important, then we need your help. We need you to fill out a survey. There's some on the tables. Fill it out and turn it in today. We have them here. Be sure that Dennis gets them. You can also get them at Jefferson County Community Partnership, or fill it out online at jccp.org and click on the bus. We need you to get active on this if if we're going to have public transportation, because we know Metro is not going to be running any buses into Jefferson County. Now, protecting the public is our primary goal. That is our main purpose. One thing we must protect our citizens from is rabid and dangerous animals. This leaves us in the sad situation of holding a large number of stray animals. We can only hold them for a few days, for more animals arriving every day. And so many are euthanized. This tragedy has not gone unnoticed, and many animal lovers and rescue groups have called for a new solution, and I concur. One of our citizens, Kathy Brake, has taken the lead and has formed a not-for-profit called ADOPT, A-D-O-P-T. Kathy has organized and held meetings with other concerned citizens. They have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars and are planning a new animal adoption center with the ultimate goal of adopting out every animal that is adoptable. Her plan is to have an easily accessible, full-service adoption center and animal holding center for Jefferson County. The animals of Jefferson County need your help to make this happen. Get involved, attend the fundraisers, open your hearts and your pocketbooks, and help adopt, help our pets. Now last year, thank you. You know, this is a wonderful county, and we have so many great assets. We talked about Jefferson College. Well, you know, coming up in February is the Mastodon Arts and Science Fair. Now, we kind of take it for granted. The fair's every year. That is the largest arts and science fair in the United States, and we believe in the world. It's incredible that it's right here in Jefferson County and held at Jefferson College. We need to support the Mastodon Arts and Science Fair, and they're easy to get in contact with. Just Google them on the web, and you can hook right up. Dan Govero is one of the board members here. Jill Thomas was here, who is the director. Get involved, support that. That is a star for Jefferson County, and we acknowledge their great work that they have done. Last year was an incredible year. Sadly, we lost two of our finest young soldiers in the war. But we elected the first African-American president who ran on a platform of hope, peace, and prosperity. We had record floods that destroyed people's homes, but we will aid in the purchase of new homes for them outside of the floodway. New home construction jobs hit record lows, but we closed more small business loans than ever before. We can build and renew. We can do it because we have the greatest asset of all, our people. We have the best workers, the smartest businessmen and women, the best cops, the best firemen, the best schools, and the greatest community of all, Jefferson County. I am positive about our future and excited to be a part of it. I thank you for letting me be your county executive. It is a privilege to serve you. I thank you for coming this morning. God bless America, and God bless Jefferson County. Thank you very much.